What's going on, Fasciablaster sisters? I'm here to make you guys a quick video or a quick tutorial on how to treat your neck and your chest, especially for my sisters who are working at their desks. I'm sure we have a lot of this going on, even on our cell phones, or we're always on our phones, things like that. When we're driving, we're usually not very mindful about our posture. The seatbelt and everything, we kind of do this. Even if you've been involved in a motor vehicle accident, you have a little bit of a whiplash going on. That happened to me last year. I was rear-ended, so I have a little bit of neck stiffness going on. So I just wanted to make a quick tutorial for you on how to really target your neck to help things flow, because sometimes what happens also, fascia gets sticky after an event like a motor vehicle accident, or if we're just sitting at our desks all day, it does become stagnant. This area, the fascia, becomes what I like to call sticky, and it clumps up. So it doesn't really allow our blood and our lymph to do what they're supposed to do. One of my instructors, which I really, really love, Dr. Perry, he always says, not one system works alone, they all work together. So if one's affected, the other one becomes affected, and so on and so forth. As you already know, the body also compensates. So if we have terrible posture, it's a domino effect. It just affects everything else. So with that said, I would like to target our necks, our chest, and just get everything flowing. I'm also going to incorporate the nugget, the face blaster, and Ashley's new cupping set. I want to use those so I can teach you guys how to use it and give yourself a really good neck treatment. We're going to take the magnets out, these little point stimulators, like I like to call it. We're going to take those out. We don't really need them. And we're going to use Ashley's oil. Sure, you guys have this already. And just kind of get it all over your hands so you can then massage it on your chest. And while we're doing this, lightly just stimulate this area right here. You can go circular motions clockwise. You can go counterclockwise. Do this like 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can go around the other way too. You can do it on both sides this way. Just to get our lymph stimulation started. Get this area to open. Just let everything flow. It's all about energy when it comes to treatment. Blood is chi. It's energy. Just got everything flowing. Sternum. Deep breaths. And just get everything warmed up. So I like to deactivate this arm, the body, just the light prepping here of the skin. Nothing deep, I'm just gliding. Let me just give you a side view here. Open up that sternum. You use your other hand too. If it's very tender, using your other hand while you're using the face blaster can help disarm this area of the body. Letting the body feel like it's safe. It's not in threat mode. I had a couple of crunchies, I could feel them. All right, just everything glide. Go over your shoulder, because remember, everything attaches here into your shoulder. A little bit of cross fiber, very light. I'm not going deep. And a little bit of your neck, I'm doing picking up the tool, lifting, pick up and lift, pick up and blast, pick up and blast, pick up and blast. Not in deep, just to get everything flowing, get into the platysma. That's that beautiful muscle that goes from here to here. Very important one, especially when we're working forwards. Even though you may have the pain in the back of your neck, it doesn't mean that that's where it's coming from. It could be the front here as well. It could be tight, so it's pulling everything forward, which is working against the back muscles of your neck. So just stimulate, 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 stimulate. Get everything going. If you could reach a little further in your back, that's great. Just not blasting. I'm just kind of stimulating like you're dry brushing. That's what I love about the face blaster. It mimics dry brushing. So if you don't have a dry brush, you can use your face blaster. Okay. All right, so let's get started with the cups. Now that we disarmed the body, we're in this energy mode. If you want to burn some incense, that's wonderful. Burn some sage, set your environment for healing. That's wonderful. All right. Now, in my last video, I showed I was cupping without the tube. You can connect the tube if you want. Especially for self-treatment, it allows you to reach further in your back. You can do that. So this is how it looks like when it's off. Just push that right in, okay? You could do that. It also allows you a little bit more control of how much pressure or air you're allowing to get into the cups. So let me start with the tube. Again, if you're having issues with getting air into your cup or the pressure, just play around with this valve here. Because again, these cups are brand new and you're using them for the first time. Okay, so attach it right into that tube. And I like to work right in this right over the sternum, because that's where it all attaches, and this is where it all crunches up like this. So if you just place the cup right above there, give it 1 or 2 pumps. That's all you need, all depending on how tender you are in that area. You have oil on, so it's easy to glide back and forth. So this is another way that I like to use to disarm the body. Glide the cup up and down. Let's reattach that because mine came right off. 2 pumps. And up and down, and remember, glide when your skin's lubricated. Okay, don't attempt to glide when your skin's not lubricated. That kind of hurts a little bit, but just lubricate. You don't need so much oil, just enough. Okay, I'm gonna leave that baby. I'm gonna leave it hanging around there to help open up this area a little bit more. And attach the other little one. These are brand new. I haven't even used these. That's why you see me tugging on this valve. And this one kind of shifted, huh? That. Oof. And we have a tendency of storing a lot of tension in our chests. This is like the emotional chakra, the heart chakra. So we have a tendency of storing everything in this area. So bringing this attention to this area just helps you release all that emotional feelings, the stagnation of energy. If you want to move your shoulders back to open up the area, that works too. Mobilize to help that tissue glide. Because remember, underneath all the skin, your fascia glides like this. That's why it's so important to drink water. Even before or after your treatment. Let me get some water in my system. It feels good. So you just retract, protract, retract, protract. Do this, just mobilize your chest. If you want to add one more right there, a few little ones in here. They're ones that you see with, you know, with a little curve. Those are for curvy areas, like maybe like your shoulder. If you want to try to put this cup on your shoulder, right in there, it just hugs it perfectly because your shoulder is curved. So it just allows it to stick on there, just like that. Yeah, you can mobilize your shoulder back and forth. If you drop one, just put it right back on. There you go, and mobilize. Let's do another one. Ashley has two of these awesome cups with the curves. Okay, make sure you have lubrication on there. There you go. And pump. There we go. Some areas need more pumping than others, depending how tight your tissue is. This one moved. And just retract back and forth, just like that. Like a butterfly of butterflies. I have an awesome butterfly garden. I love butterflies. They remind us how beautiful we are and how perfect of a creation we are. It's crazy. It's amazing. It amazes me. Okay, and if you want to mobilize these cups, you can. This one came off. Let me see if this one wants to move. Perfect. This one came off too. I don't really get to work on my chest. Only when I take a shower. Like when I shower, I, you know, take the Savage Blaster and I go across my chest. But this is some me time right now, so I figured let me give me some self-care, some self-love, some self-attention to this area. A long time coming. I needed to treat myself, especially my neck. It's crazy. I just actually just put the two together. So after my accident, you know, I figured, you know, my neck hurt. I didn't really think of it that much because I do have pre-existing neck issues. And, you know, treating yourself is a commitment. It's something that you just don't do once. You keep doing it for the rest of your life because your body is a machine. So, you know, maintenance is, you know, definitely something you have to do continuously. We have a lot of wear and tear in our bodies. We do a lot of things with it. So self-care is something that will continuously be part of your life for the rest of your life. And anyway, it feels good. So why wouldn't you not want to keep doing it? It's awesome. Make sure you don't cup over your breast tissue. That's a very delicate area in your body, so you don't want to cup on top of it. Please don't cup over. If you want to give yourself a light massage over your breast, you can do that. That's allowed. And again, ooh, crunchies. You got those crunchies going. And if you want to keep the tube on, you can do that too. If you're losing air, just put it right back on there. So my tissue is very tight around here. So if you want, you could take these off, just like that. Pull the valve. Don't just, you know, pull them off. Be gentle to yourself. Be kind. And just go right over that clavicle. Oof. Feels awesome. Keep your breath going too. Get that oxygen flowing. Very important for our bodies to get that oxygen into our red blood cells, into our organs, into our system. Oh, that feels absolutely amazing. Just get it. Get that blood flowing. Some areas may feel stuck. So when you come to an area that doesn't flow well, see this right here? I can feel it back here. Crazy how our bodies work. So if you feel like your cup is fighting to glide, just leave the cup there and kind of like tug it, twist it. Yeah, this area is really tight on me. Twist it circular motions, pull the fascia, your skin. I have very bony shoulders, so this, I have Siri interrupting my video. She thinks I'm talking to her. And oof, feels amazing. I actually feel my chest opening up already. Glide. Glide. Feels good. And just massage, get that blood flow. Now let's treat up here. If you're comfortable with treating yourself around your neck, it feels wonderful. And the tube helps reach these areas. I'm gonna get on the other side too, because the other side definitely needs it. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna cut, pump, pump, pump. So you hear that? The pressure is escaping because it's really tight back there. So I kind of want to leave it there. 1 or 2 pumps I'll add just to kind of get it in there. And just breathe and allow your body, focus your intention on that area that you want to loosen up. And the cups help bring that intention there into that area. If you want to add another cup, that's great. You just pull the rubber piece off of the valve. Let's add another one back there, shall we? This one looks like it may not want to add, so let me get the curve. And this is where the curve cups come in handy. They allow you to get into those areas that are nice and curved. Ooh, that's the little, release the pressure there. This is all about what feels good to you. Yeah, there we go. So this is why I love the cups with the curves. I don't know if you see them in your set. This is curved. This is flat. Okay, so it helps with those bony prominences around your body, like your ankles, your knees, your shoulders, your elbows, and just bring that intention there. If you want to stretch your neck, you can. You see, pop right off. Gonna add more pressure to that. Not ready to move from that area just yet. That feels good. Oop, there we go, lost one. And bring it back. So in your cupping booklet, I always like to have a towel just to clean my hands so I can grip the rest of the cups. In your Ashley Black cupping set booklet, there's a list of cautions here. Number 4 gives you a list of cautions, what to cup, what to be aware of. The neck especially, we have arteries, very important arteries that pass around here. You definitely want to be aware of that, not leaving the cup there. I mean, you can slide. Let's see if I have a little cup. You can slide the cup because we do have muscles around there, like the Sternocleidomastoid. That's the muscle that's in charge of turning your neck. And you can see it right here. Okay, it attaches right into my clavicle. I mean, you can cup right at the attachment, right there. And stretch, just be aware of the pressure in this artery area right here. Definitely don't want to, leave a cup on there. That's, again, if you're not comfortable with treating your neck, always ask for a professional to help you, their assistants to help you with neck treatments. This feels amazing. Attach this little one right there where my clavicle with my SCM attaches. That's the short abbreviation for Sternocleidomastoid. Right in there, because that's where it attaches. And sometimes we get, because of jaw, we're always clenching our jaw like that. We have a lot of tension right in here, and it can affect that muscle. So right over the clavicle, you can slide that cup right in there. So yeah, so what's crazy is that I have never suffered from back-to-back sinus issues, and this past few weeks I had a really bad sinus thing going on, and I didn't put two and two together, but it was from my car accident when I had that whiplash when I was rear-ended. So I had a small whiplash, and that domino affected into my jaw. You know, we already are tense as it is, especially going through these unique times. So we're very tense. So that kind of started stagnating all my sinus fluids, you know, mucus, blood. My fascia was very sticky. So I started treating my jaw, and sure enough, you know, I was waking up every day like someone hit me with a brick. So giving myself that nice jaw treatment with the face blaster and the nugget really opened up that area. So if you suffer from chronic sinus issues, play around with that nugget and face blaster. Maybe I'll do a little bit in this video. All right, so there we go. We opened up that area. Okay, and I can remove these now. Get a nice reaction in here. Okay. I mean, you could totally treat the back of your neck. There's no contraindication with treating the back of your neck. You can use this little one here. Oh, that's a good point. It's my fascia back there is so sticky. So just move your neck. Move your neck around to allow that fascia to become fluid. Turn your neck back and forth, just like that, and side to side, just like that. And if you want to slide it down and up, you can. Down and up, you can. If you're losing pressure, pump some pressure in there. And you can feel those little muscles in your neck that can be choked up by your fascial tissue. Because remember, fascia surrounds your muscles, all your muscle groups, all the muscle bellies. So if your fascia is tight, so will your muscle. Your muscle won't allow, the fascia won't allow the full range of motion of that muscle. So doing this along with fasciablasting really opens up those areas. Oh, that feels amazing. So we're going to do the other side. So you're even, okay? So we're going to get the cups with the curve. We're going to put it right on our shoulder. Pump, pump. Ooh, that feels so good. That feels amazing. Let me slide it up where it needs to be. Right in that, where the clavicle meets the shoulder, right below it. I'd say right below it because your clavicle's here. And I feel tightness anyway in that area. So let me do a little bit more chest work here. Let me get this. I feel like I didn't really kind of get in there. Yeah, you can leave the tube attached to your gun just in case you lose pressure. Area right there. Ooh, crunchies. There we go. Ooh, crunchies, crunchies, crunchies. Ooh, that feels good. Awesome. All right, and let's get the shoulder moving. Okay, if you want to move your shoulder, you can. Just to get some motion in that shoulder. All right, so put a little bit of oil in there. It's nice and lubricated. Now you want to bring that cup right in there. Beautiful. And if you want to bring it down a little bit, you can. Awesome. And grab the curved one. Move this down a little bit. Actually, I'm going to leave this up and I'm going to bring the curved one down below. So let me put that here. Awesome. It's really tight. I'm really tight in that area. So this shoulder has been a little nutty. Trying to think of why. Could be because of the accident, maybe. Maybe a couple variables. The way I sleep also. The way you sleep matters. So she's not really being receptive here. So I'm just gonna see that. I feel that. Ooh, that point goes right up behind my eye. I'm just gonna breathe right through it. My body's fighting this one. I have I can feel the nice trigger point in there. I have it right on the high end of my shoulder, going into your neck. It's fighting me for sure. Oof. All right, so I finally got it to stay. Keep breathing, bring in tension, movement, side to side, side to side, side to side. Okay, let's put another one in there. She's fighting me. Why are you fighting me? Why are you fighting me? I'm gonna put a little one in there. Okay. My dog is looking at me like, what are you doing? What is that noise? Oh, perfect. Finally. There we go. Got it to stay on. There we go. Now this area is a little tight. And keep breathing. Move your neck. Take that off. Rotate your head around. And forget your breath. And you can actually hear things moving as they're releasing. You'll hear things just kind of move around. And move your shoulder. And stretch your neck. Get it in every angle as possible. Because all these muscles attach to all these important areas in our bodies. And it's amazing how our body radiates pain in areas. Even though, let's say you feel the pain back here, maybe coming from your shoulder. So that's why you kind of have to work the entire area, not that just one area. You want to work the whole, whole area from neck to shoulder, because that's where everything kind of attaches to. And then your fascial lines run from head to toe. So what you could be feeling in your back may be coming from your feet. So it's like you have to play some detective work when it comes to your body, trying to figure out what it's coming from. So then I'll fascia blast. It allows me to go a little deeper now that we worked the superficial layers. Fascia blasting lets me get into the nitty gritty. So I like to bring the attention to the areas where I felt grittiness, stickiness, chunks under the cups. I'm gonna put a small cup right there, because we did the other side with that small little cup. So let me bring this in here, this attachment, to help release this area, because this area was a little sticky on me. Oh, it pops right out. Just glide. And if you need to lubricate a little bit more to help it glide, then lubricate. The more the better, because it lets the cups glide. You don't need too much though, just enough to get the cups to move. If you find that you're bruising, loosen up the pressure. That's not what we're looking for. We're not looking to bruise. We're just looking to move the blood. So the less pressure doesn't always mean a bad thing. You don't want to put too much pressure. You just kind of listen to your body. And while you're working on the clavicle, try to stretch your neck. Open up that area. Okay. And after we've achieved that, get back in there with the face blaster. Work on this area right here. I felt a little tightness in here. We have a little reaction going on. See how that just shows you how sticky my tissue is. It feels good though. Everybody feels a little bit different. See, this to me, I felt the tightness, but it feels good to me. To you, it may feel a little bit different. So again, I've been fascia blasting, wow, for, I don't know, maybe over 4 years, 5 years. But sometimes what happens, we stop treating ourselves because life happens. Completely normal. So to me, the pressure feels fine. And then I go into my neck. Again, light pressure around the neck because you have important arteries that run right through here. Okay. So go very light into the back of your neck. We have great reactions going on here. And you'll see me pick up the face blaster. I'm trying to push everything into the lymph direction, the lymph drainage, so my body can get rid of whatever is just stagnated. Get the healthy blood, get movement. And then I'll go on the other side. Get into the clavicle. Into the neck. As far as you can reach. And again, into the neck. Light pressure, not too deep around this area, down into the sternocleidomastoid. into the upper trapezius. Upper trapezius is a big muscle. It's composed of 3 groups. You have your upper trap, mid trap, and lower trap. It's a big muscle. It's the winged muscle, you know, with the bodybuilders. That muscle does a lot. It does a lot for us. And keep your breath flowing. Okay. And then we're going to work into our jaw. And then I'll do a little manual massage again. Get the drain flowing, get the lymph flowing, get the blood flowing. And if you want to cup with your hands, you can. So you're basically just doing this, just scooping. In massage school, they teach us called tapotment. It's the name. Tapotment. And now we're ready to massage our jaws.